Two legends, one misunderstanding, and a rivalry that made the entire world choose sides. For years, people believed that Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi secretly hated each other. Social media turned them into enemies. Fans fought endless wars online. News channels created drama every single day. But the truth was completely different. Everything started 2 weeks before the biggest charity match in football history. Paris was glowing with lights during the Ballon d'Or ceremony. Cameras flashed everywhere as football's greatest stars walked into the hall. Ronaldo arrived in a sharp black suit beside his family, while Messi entered quietly with Antonella. The media instantly lost their minds because whenever Ronaldo and Messi appeared together, the internet exploded. During an interview, a reporter suddenly asked Ronaldo, "People say Messi is naturally gifted while you only depend on hard work. What do you think?" Ronaldo smiled calmly and replied, "Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard enough." It was a normal quote. Ronaldo had said similar things many times before, but within minutes, the media twisted everything. Ronaldo attacks Messi. Cristiano calls Messi lazy. The war begins again. Social media exploded overnight. Millions of fans started insulting each other. Fake videos spread everywhere. Edited clips made it look like Ronaldo hated Messi. Slowly, the misunderstanding became poison. Messi tried ignoring everything at first, but people kept showing him the clips again and again. Did you see what Ronaldo said? He disrespected you. He's jealous. Messi stayed quiet, but deep inside something hurt, because despite the rivalry, he always respected Ronaldo. That night, Messi sat alone on his balcony scrolling through thousands of hateful comments online. Antonella walked beside him softly and said, "Leo, stop reading comments." Messi sighed heavily. "I just don't understand why people always want us to hate each other." Meanwhile, Ronaldo was sitting alone after training in Saudi Arabia. His phone was full of articles attacking him. Ronaldo obsessed with Messi. Cristiano jealous again. Ronaldo threw the phone onto the bench in frustration. "I never insulted him," he said quietly. Georgina looked at him carefully. "Then tell him." Ronaldo stayed silent for a few seconds before whispering something unexpected. "The problem is, we were never really friends." That sentence carried years of pressure, years of comparisons, every goal compared, every trophy compared, every mistake compared. The world never allowed them to simply exist as human beings. They became prisoners of rivalry. A few days later, the biggest charity match finally arrived. Team Ronaldo versus Team Messi. The stadium lights exploded across the night sky while 90,000 fans screamed from every corner. Some wore Ronaldo jerseys, others wore Messi shirts. But tonight wasn't just football anymore. It felt like war. Cameras zoomed toward Ronaldo as he entered the tunnel. Focused eyes, cold expression. Then the cameras switched to Messi. Calm face, silent energy. Usually they exchanged smiles before matches. Tonight there was nothing, not even eye contact. Within seconds, social media exploded again. They finally hate each other? Nobody knew the truth yet. The referee blew the whistle and the game began with unbelievable intensity. Every touch of the ball felt historic. Every movement shook the stadium. In the 20th minute, Ronaldo scored a rocket goal into the top corner. The crowd exploded, but instead of celebrating wildly, Ronaldo simply looked toward Messi for 1 second before walking back silently. 30 minutes later, Messi responded with pure magic. He dribbled past defenders like they didn't exist and scored beautifully. The stadium screamed one word over and over again. "GOAT! GOAT! GOAT!" Then disaster happened. One camera angle showed Ronaldo clapping after Messi's goal, but from that angle it looked sarcastic. Within minutes, the clip spread everywhere online. Ronaldo mocks Messi live. The internet exploded once again. But reality was completely different. Ronaldo was genuinely appreciating the goal. At halftime, one reporter rushed toward Messi and showed him the viral clip. Messi's expression changed instantly. As players entered the tunnel, Ronaldo suddenly appeared from the opposite side. Both men stopped walking. Silence filled the tunnel. Finally, Messi spoke. Was that necessary? Ronaldo looked confused. What? Messi showed him the clip. Ronaldo watched it carefully before frustration covered his face. This is exactly the problem, he said angrily. Messi crossed his arms. Then why does it always feel personal? Ronaldo stared directly into Messi's eyes and finally said the truth he had carried for years. Because the world forced us to become enemies. Messi went completely silent. For the first time, he realized maybe Ronaldo was suffering from the same pressure too. Before either of them could continue talking, stadium staff interrupted them, and both walked away silently. The misunderstanding still remained alive. The second half became even more intense. Every tackle felt emotional. Every attack felt dangerous. Then, in the 80th minute, Messi dribbled forward beautifully before crashing hard onto the ground after a brutal tackle. The entire stadium became silent. Then cameras captured something nobody expected. The very first player running toward Messi was Ronaldo. Not the medics, not teammates. Ronaldo. Leo, are you okay? His voice sounded genuinely worried. Messi slowly looked up at him, and for the first time that night smiled slightly. At that exact moment, millions of fans around the world realized something shocking. Maybe the hatred never existed at all. The score remained tied until the final minute of the game. Then came the moment that changed football forever. Ronaldo sprinted down the left side while defenders chased him desperately. Everyone expected him to shoot. Instead, he passed the ball to Messi. The entire stadium gasped. Messi now had an open chance to score. But instead of shooting, he passed the ball back perfectly to Ronaldo. Ronaldo jumped into the air. Bicycle kick. Goal. Absolute chaos exploded across the stadium. Commentators screamed so loudly their voices cracked. Ronaldo fell onto the grass after scoring while Messi slowly walked toward him. Then Messi pulled him up and hugged him. The crowd erupted emotionally. Some fans were crying, others stood frozen in disbelief, because after years of division, the two greatest footballers alive had finally shown the world the truth. After the match, reporters gathered expecting more drama. Instead, they witnessed history. A journalist asked Ronaldo, "Is Messi your greatest rival?" Ronaldo smiled slightly before answering, "No, he's my greatest motivation." The room became silent instantly. Then Messi was asked the same question. Messi looked toward Ronaldo before replying softly, "Cristiano pushed me beyond my limits. Without him, maybe I would never become this version of myself." Camera flashes exploded everywhere. Another reporter asked, "So, there's no hatred between you?" Messi laughed quietly. The hate existed more on social media than in real life. Ronaldo nodded slowly. People compared us so much that they forgot we were human. Later that night, away from cameras and fans, Ronaldo and Messi met secretly at a quiet restaurant. No media, no headlines, just two exhausted legends finally speaking honestly. Ronaldo sipped his coffee slowly before saying, "You know, I always respected your calmness." Messi smiled softly. "And I hated your confidence." Both men laughed, genuinely, for the first time in years. Then Messi asked quietly, "Did competition ever exhaust you?" Ronaldo answered immediately, "Every single day." Then he looked directly at Messi, "But it also gave meaning to my career." Messi nodded slowly. Same. That night, they spoke for hours about pressure, injuries, loneliness, expectations, family, and sacrifice. And finally, they understood each other completely. Not as rivals, but as survivors of the greatest football era the world had ever seen. Years later, new stars arrived and football continued changing. But nobody ever recreated the magic of Ronaldo and Messi. Because their story was bigger than goals, bigger than trophies. It was the story of two men the world tried to turn into enemies, but who secretly respected each other all along. And in the end, they proved one beautiful truth. Rivalry becomes legendary only when respect survives.